I do not care who you are, what you do, or where you are. If you clicked on this video, I am sure that you know something about manifestation and that you are manifesting something. You know about techniques, and you have heard of some concepts here and there. After reading all of this and applying these techniques, you sometimes feel like nothing is happening or that there is no movement. In such scenarios, you do not have to worry, and I will tell you why. Also, if you will do what I am about to say for the next 7 days, you will most likely get what you want in your reality. I'm not going to give you any sugar-coated speeches. Instead, I'm going to rant. So those who get easily offended can leave this video right now. Now that the brave ones are here, what I am going to say is very common, and if you pay attention to your mind, you will realize it. To start with, if you are someone who tells their story of rejection, no contact, and failure to someone in the hope of getting some help, then you are opposing your manifestation. You already know what you want to do, which is to tell yourself a new story. A new story about how you have everything that you wanted and how you are committed to that special someone. You have to replace the old story with the new one. Yet, I see some people commenting on the videos, explaining their situations and stories to other people, despite my talking about what to do in order to get what they desire in every video of mine. If you are doing this too, then stop it. Manifestation is not about repeating the past. It is about creating a new one by replacing the old story with a new one. It is about persisting in the new story, but whenever someone writes down their story, they are just persisting in the opposing story to their manifestation. I know there are moments in life when things are bad, nothing seems to be working, and the circumstances are totally opposite. You feel like you should tell someone. It is completely fine to speak to someone about what is going on. It lightens the heart, but when you have told them, just move on with that story. Just move on and start thinking differently. Begin to imagine a new story in which you have your desire. I know telling the story of you being a victim by referring to someone else as evil gives you that temporary happiness. However, it is only temporary. It is one of those cheap thrills that destroys you in the long run. You get addicted to the victim mentality. Every time you meet someone who is willing to listen, you start speaking about how they did this or that, and you persist in the old story. And by doing it, you manifest the same results again and again. I have seen a few people in my comment section who used to copy and paste their stories into every video. Despite my talking about the same thing in those videos, I felt like, why do they even need my permission to start the new story? What I said in my video is what they have to do. Telling their story won't make any difference because circumstances do not matter. You can get whatever you want. It is all about being persistent. You have to decide if you are persisting in the old story or the new one. It is all about your focus. It is all about your attention. Just be honest. How many times have you repeated the story of not having your desire? You will know where things are going wrong. To address this, simply make mental activity your top priority for 7 days, and you will manifest extremely quickly. I will tell you what mental activity I am referring to. You have heard about visualizations, affirmations, scripting, and all that. Now, when you perform these imaginary acts, you do them for a few minutes. Let's say you affirmed for 10 minutes, 3 times a day. Out of 24 hours, you sleep for 8 hours, and for the remaining 16 hours, you are awake. Now, out of those 16 hours, for 30 minutes, you are affirming. You are then left with around 15 hours. Have you considered what you are doing during this significant portion of your day? What story are you telling yourself? Are you just saying that your desire is not here? Or are you just reminding yourself of the past? Well, if you do so, then you are opposing your desired state of being. Manifesting is the process of changing your dominant state of being. It is simply a complete transformation of your previous self. You change your state of being by accepting your new state of being for the majority of the day. It is just like removing your clothes and wearing new ones. Did you go back and wear the old clothes when you changed your clothes today, or did you just carry on with the new ones? I'm sure 99% of you wore the new ones to work or stayed at work in them. Like this, your dominant state has to be changed. You have to claim that this new story is your story now. Your topmost priority must be where your attention is flowing throughout the day. Are you making yourself aware of the new story or the old one? This must be your number one priority. You have to keep an eye on your mental activity. Your mind is just a tool that helps you in this physical world. It is your mind. You should control it instead of letting it control you. You should control the mental activity. You must replace the old story with the new one and totally reject the old story like you reject the old clothes once you wear the new ones. So, if your top priority for the next 7 days is to accept the new story, you've succeeded. Movement will be a piece of cake for you. Things will work in your favor. So, I hope you learned something wonderful from this. Subscribe because I post these videos regularly. I will meet you with another golden nugget. Happy manifesting.